watching this video, that means you've either played or seen someone else play the games Little Nightmares 1 and 2. Now, the world of Little Nightmares is a world where all of our flaws are amplified. Every flaw from greed to gluttony is taken and it's wrung out for all it's worth and spread across the entire world. It's literally drenched in it. The power in Little Nightmares is influence. The influence over other people. The geisha and the thin man both have it. And both Six and Mono both have it. The geisha gets her powers from what people call the guests. I call them the herd. I renamed a bunch of these characters. So do the people that play the game, so whatever. The thin man gets his powers from the people that I call the zombies. They're named something else, really, but like I said, a lot of these names are going to be changed because that's how I see them. The geisha and the thin man both have part of the system that governs all the lives that are in both games. I'm going to go Little Nightmares 1 first. The geisha, her system is the system of consumption, gluttony. The people that are eating in the ship can't escape it. They're all either eating, cooking, cleaning, or trying not to be eaten.
They just packed in there like sardines.
Even the gnomes and Six are part of that system. The gnomes could be essentially food, and so could Six. The whole ship is consumption personified. Geisha herself is both fed and consumed by her own power. She is strong, but she's not free because her strength is tied to the system. The people aren't evil. They're being controlled by the influence of the geisha. The chefs that are running this ship, they just want people to keep eating because that's their job. That's their whole purpose in life, is to make sure that these people continue to eat. That's their part in this cycle of consumption. It doesn't matter what they feed them. It doesn't matter. It just matters that they are feeding them. It just matters that the people are eating. It matters that the geisha gets what she wants.
Oh, there he is. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. He's got no teeth. He's got a giant mouth. And he's cooking up something. Whoa, look at that fish as well.
The people on the ship are being herded and fattened up, and sometimes I assume that they're also being fed to each other. If someone, say, dies on the ship, I don't think they let that person go to waste. I think that that person is then cooked and fed to new people that show up. And the people that show up on the ship, as far as I know, don't leave. So it's a never-ending cycle of hunger. The woman that runs the ship, the geisha, wants them to stay and keep coming. Any disruption gets dealt with, which is why when Six goes into the kitchen, they immediately attack.
Nope, 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 nope. No! I thought he was gonna get me.
Only other person that's in this is the janitor, and the janitor's whole purpose is literally just to keep the filth off the ship so that the guests want to continue coming, to keep it looking presentable. Anything that could, potentially get in the way of the guests feeling like they have to consume or it would make them lose their appetite, they get rid of. Six doesn't want to get eaten, obviously, but she also needs to consume in order to gain power to escape the ship. Now, Six being a smaller person, it's hard to consume any of the guests, the chef, the janitor, the geisha, the gnomes. The gnomes, they're in the same boat as her. Because they're in the same boat as her, she can take them down.
I don't. Oh! You gonna be nice? You gonna be nice? Oh, you're nice! Let me slurp on that. Let me slurp on that a little bit. Oh, you're so nice. You're so nice. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take it. And whoa! No, no! gave you hugs! Well, I didn't do that!
Power is not from the meat. The power is from the people. Gnomes being people, she takes that power out of them. By using these gnomes, 6 never gets the ability to defeat the geisha, and she does not lead the ship. Like the gnomes and 6 are people that are in the system, but they also know the horrors of it and they try to stay out of it. And the guests in the herd are people that are completely dependent on the system. They have no choice but to continue to consume. The twin chefs, the janitor, and the geisha are all people that perpetuate the system. Now 6 in the end is too strong to be controlled because she takes the geisha out. She takes the power from the geisha by consuming her. She consumes the consumer.
Nom nom nom. Go, eat her. Eat her.
Can we eat
Eat
her?
her.
Bite her. Bite
Yes.
her. Oh my gosh!
Bite her face.
Oh no!
Ah, rip
Oh,
it.
you little vampire gnome, you!
Now the end, 6 is too strong to be controlled, and she escapes. She leaves. That is the end of Little Nightmares 1.
Are we gonna like be able to dispel all the big guys? Is that what's gonna happen? Oh gosh. Look at this. Oh, we have her power. Wow. What a twist of... So the geisha had the power. I wonder if she was manipulating these guys to eat this food, you know? I don't know. Look, he sees us, look.
Little Nightmares 2 lore, people, again, are not evil. They are just stuck in this system. I call them zombies, controlled by the screens around them and the influence the screens has on their lives. Now, the first person you come in contact with is the hunter. Now, the hunter is not awake. He's not woke. The hunter wants to be free of the city, but he still doesn't want to be disturbed. And living in the wild is gruesome and hard. So his area is gross and filled with furs and meats and, you know, guts and such. Anyone who arrives might try to take what he has or disturb his peace, so he tries to get rid of them.
Oh, Lee, come on, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, brother. I'm so sorry. Run! Oh, shit!
The next person you come in contact with is the teacher. Now, the teacher is actually part of the system. She's not a person in the system trying to escape it. She is there teaching the youth how to be like everyone else because that's all she knows.
Oh my god, bitch, this math class? Nope. I already don't like school, and look at this. Oh my, and they on a pop quiz?
They're being taught about this system of control. It's a very violent system. They are completely obedient to the teacher because as an adult in this system, that's who they're supposed to be obedient to. Too young to understand what they're being told is not okay, so they also, whenever are told by the teacher, will attack anybody who is not inside the system. Those that don't listen get dealt with, like the kid on the chessboard, the space behind the picture with the chair where some kid had to sit for however many days, the kid that gets tethered to the wall and has to repeat drawing the eye, which I assume is the same as writing lines, which makes sure that a child understands a certain lesson in the school system. It happens in real life. It happens here. The lessons are about the influential control system. And the kids being part of this system, but still not completely part of this system, kill other people. They'll hurt other people if they get in the way. lash out and act out in ways that you see in the game. They're destroying things, they're beating each other up, they're hurting people that aren't part of their class. Anybody that's different, they bully. Even the people that are the same, they seemingly bully. It's a sick education in control. All the kids know about the eye because they're being taught about the eye. The next big bad, which is also not an evil person. The doctor is also part of the system. He keeps people alive no matter what it takes. But he also probably thinks anyone who thinks differently is crazy. So he tries to change how they think by any means necessary. Which is why he has the shock treatments, which is why he has all those like asylum-esque padded rooms and such, where he stuffs people in that I'm assuming didn't fit the mold of the herd of the zombies. These patchwork, stitched together people that are either they're not mentally capable of staying part of the system or tried to break free and had the doctor rewrite their mental state with electroshock therapy. Whatever it is, these people are now broken and in shambles and in pieces, which is why they have so many people in there, but they're all made of different mashed together pieces. Now the doctor himself, using pieces from one puppet to the next, is not that far-fetched from real life. Whenever a patient dies, they have the ability to use that patient's organs or body parts or whatever and fit it onto a living person. They can't bring that person back to life, but they can use the living pieces of that person for people that do live. That happens in real life. It happens in this game. It's just, it looks grotesque because this doctor looks grotesque, the world looks grotesque, and the people are crazed puppets. All the patients are either under control or in the process of being so, whether it be through sedation or locking them away or mentally shocking them into incoherence so they're no longer a threat to the system. All in all, the doctor does not think these things are evil. And also the reason why alarms and alerts set the doctor off so fast is because if any of these patients escape, the transfer of ideas between patient and zombie could potentially have catastrophic effects on the world. The next people that you come in contact with are essentially the zombies. And the reason why they get violent is because whenever something disturbs the illusion that the television puts them in, this lullaby state, if you will, It's a shock to their system. The world around them is ugly and gross, and it's terrible. But this one thing is the only thing that gives them joy. If they had all pitched in and worked together, they would all be able to make this place better. But because they don't, it stays ugly. And because it stays ugly, they don't want to see it, which is why they are fixated on the televisions, and which is why anytime something comes in the way of those televisions, they'll either seek out another television or become extremely violent and attack the thing that, you know, disturb their lullaby state. Those that wake up are usually either suicidal because they now see the world for what it is, or they now see clearly some of the things they've done in service to the system. Which is why you see people so many times falling off of roofs and landing either on the sidewalk or on the roof, or, you know, the guy that rams his face into the TV. They've woken up from that lullaby state. In a game like this, it's still very sad to see that people are so unhappy. The next thing is the TVs. Now, the TVs don't care about what people want or hope for or helping them. It's just a means of control. It's a means of mobility and a source of power. That's it. Now, the power of the TV is the power to control people's thoughts, the power to control ideas, the power to keep people ignorant of the world around them. As long as they're looking at the TV, they're not looking at the world around them. As long as they're looking at the TV, they're not looking at the people around them. As long as they're looking at the TV, they're not looking at their situation. And the second that they look away from the TV and are awoken to this reality, they're either afraid and lash out, they're angry and lash out, or they're depressed and they decide to end it. Mono can tap into this power. He's woke, and he's also he also has an intricate knowledge of the system around him because he's exploring through it. And he can tap into the televisions. So him being able to do that, he can control the televisions, which is why he can turn on and off the televisions and control the zombies at will. Now, obviously, he can't completely control them, which is why they also attack him, but he has more control than the zombies do. He can look away from the television when it's on. He can travel through the television when it's on. He can manipulate the televisions, and he can also interact with, you know, the world around him based off of what the televisions allow him to do. So he's also not free from the system, but he can manipulate pieces of it to his advantage. The TV man, aka the Thin Man, he shows up through the television. He has the same powers as Mono. Now, because he has these powers, he's extremely dangerous. He can also use more of these powers because he's part of the system in like all the way. He's 100% part of the system. So he won't allow for anybody to be free of this system. He'll either slow them down or take them and have them, you know, reintroduced into the system in whatever way he sees possible. You beat TV Man, aka the Thin Man, by using your own powers of TV control against him. Not being part of the system makes you a little bit more powerful in the end, because his powers are only limited to what the TV allows him to do. The difference is you are free of the TV, so you can grow. Now that your power is from the inside, not the TV, and you're fully awake, you can see behind the curtain. Six, after being taken by the Thin Man, is inside of this maze. Being woke before, she knows what the world actually looks like. With this lullaby state, she feels that she's tired of being chased. She's tired of being hated. It's far easier than resisting to just allow the television and the influential power of this world to let her forget. And waking up Six is a monumental task, literally, because she doesn't want to see the world as it is. She's tired of the world. She wants to just be left alone. She wants to just sit and listen to her music and be alone. And the crazy thing is, you see Six all broken and mangled because she is in of herself broken and afraid. She clings to this ignorance when you attack the lullaby box, because the opposite is isolation, danger, and despair. Now, once free, Six will leave you behind. Mono is stuck in this world of illusion, manipulation, and confusion. But at the same time, the eyeballs are of all the people that are viewing the TVs. It is the zombies watching and judging Mono from now on. And the spotlight is Mono is now, instead of being able to control the power of the television, he is trapped by the power of the television. And the influence he had over the television now holds him there. And all the years that go by, Mono is sitting, being judged, being watched, and Mono being trapped in the spotlight for so many years. Eventually he folds and allows all these judging eyes and the influence of the system to turn him into the Thin Man. That being said, this is the lore of Little Nightmares. Hope you enjoyed. Nollan Out.